Jaya Kunja Vihara Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Yashodanandana Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradari Jaya Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Eu fala para uns obrigado na challenge to person CC but easy but the na song is the Prabhupada ki jai Namacharya Shila Has Thakur ki jai Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavam ki jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Thank you so much dear Prabhuji and Mataji for attending. This is so wonderful in the morning to see wonderful faces of devotees. That is amazing. Let us do some Mangal Archana prayers and then we start with the session. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Yam Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Rupam Sagrajatam Sahajana Raghunathan Prabhuji Sadvaitam Savadvitam Parijana Sahitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dev Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Rama. Hare Rama, Hare 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 Rama, Rama. Hare Rama, Namaskrityam naram chaiva devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu bhavati naishi Namah pankajamaline Namah pankajanetraya Namaste pankajangraye Namo mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna chaitanya namine gauratishe Namah Namo brahmanya devaya go brahmana hitaya cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya govindaya namo namaha Namo vishnu padaya Krishna prastaya bhutale श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी निति नामिने नमो नमो विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam langayate yat krupat. Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Oma pavitro pavitro va sarvavastha gatopiva. Yat smare undari kaksha sabahya abhyantaram suchi. Om Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear Prabhuji Sir Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam. Am I audible clearly, Prabhuji Sir Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Dhanavad Pranam.
Dhanavad Pranam, Amma. Thank you so much for joining in and giving your most valuable time and association. Hare Krishna, Shri Gopal Prabhuji, Kritika Mataji, Sunita Mataji, Satya Prabhuji, Shilpa Mataji, Vendela Mataji, Chakradhar Prabhu, Santoshaditya Prabhu, Murlidhar Prabhu, Akinchan Priya Prabhu, Preeti Mataji, Lovish Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji. Such a happy morning to see you all online. Very well. Akinchan Prabhuji's lotus space we can see there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Let us start with the session. You know, the Lord's ways are so amazing. You know, He chooses the most ineligible person to speak in front of the most eligible people. You know, I see amazing devotees in this group where I have no qualification or anything to sit in front of you and speak about Shastra. That is like Hanumanji showing his Panditya in front of Lord Ramachandra when they first meet, you know. And then he tells, my Lord, I am such a fool, you know. In front of the Lord, I tried to show my Sanskrit Panditya. Like that. Nevertheless, on behalf of Gurudev, you know, I would like to humbly attempt to read few verses along with you. And I very humbly accept that last 2 weeks are very rough because of some family situation. And there was a girl in my family, you know, with which the family was struggling so badly. I saw very bad omens, but it is the mercy of Krishna and devotees, you know. The things have settled down so nicely in last 2 weeks. That is one reason I could not attend programs here in Hyderabad. The Lord was so merciful. The girl has agreed to marry to a wonderful family. You know, I was coming right from there right now. And the Lord has set up things so nicely that we have got a very good family to give this girl into, you know. And the family is relieved. All these things happened because of the mercy from the Lord. So I cannot say that is the reason, but there are some lapses in preparing for the lecture, you know. So you will clearly see that I was not very well prepared. But nevertheless, I seek your help so that we make it like a discussion. And somehow the Lord is giving me the best of the topics, you know. perfect family life. Last time Prahlada Maharaja teaches, and now is Gajendra Moksha prayers. One of the epitome of Bhagavatam, you know. And I was referring to some lectures by Srila Prabhupada, His Grace Amarendra Prabhu, His Grace Vrajabihari Prabhu, and our own Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, listening to their lectures. So I try to just repeat what they said. But I need your help extremely today. So please speak up whenever you want to, just unmute and even stop. Please feel free to interrupt me, and we make it like a dialogue. So we take it like that. I really didn't prepare well for the lecture, so I need your help, you know. And I start with the context of Gajendra Moksha prayers, where it comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. And Amarendra Prabhu explains Srimad Bhagavatam deals especially with 10 topics. You know, I don't remember all of them, but the first two characters, first two cantos of Bhagavatam are known as, you know, Adhikara Leela. That gives us Adhikara or eligibility to enter into Srimad Bhagavatam, you know. Then the next 10 cantos are divided into 10 topics that mainly deal with 10 cantos. First two being Sarga Visarga, like internal creation and external creation of the entire cosmic manifestation. The first two cantos are also referred to the lotus feet of the Lord, you know, where we take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord in first two cantos, then actually enter into the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. And we have 5 topics, such topics in Bhagavad Gita, right? You know, Jiva, Ishvara, Kala, Karma, Prakriti. Like that, we have 10 topics, Amarendra Prabhu explains, we have in Srimad Bhagavatam. And the first one will be Sarga, we see, right? First two cantos, the technicalities of the Lord's avataras and creation and cosmic manifestation, especially in second one. We go very deep into how the creation is made, you know. uh, 3 times is the spiritual world, and material world is 1/4 of the Lord, and then why how Maya is acting on top of them, like that. But actual Bhagavatam topics begins from the third canto, where first two cantos give us the adhikara to enter into Bhagavatam, and then from third chapter the topics of actual Bhagavatam starts. He tells that Sarga Visarga, and then fifth canto is known as you know, Sthana, and sixth canto is deals mainly with Poshana, protection of the devotees. And the seventh canto is actually so beautiful, where Prahlada Maharaja, if you see Srimad Bhagavatam, the highest number of lectures Srila Prabhupada has given actually on the seventh canto, Prabhuji tells. You know, it deals with a topic called Uta. Utaha, Uti or Utaha, it is called both ways. It is it literally means the both sides of a man, you know, both sides, the extremely good devotional side and material side, you know. The epitome of goodness is Prahlad Maharaj, and epitome of, you know, irreligiousness is Hiranyakashipu. So the seventh canto deals with topics like this, Uti. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, in the Tota Gopinath Mandir in Jagannath Puri, has read the seventh canto with Swarup Damodar and Gadadhar Pandit. It is said 108 times, you know, 108 times completely, seventh canto. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has read. So that is very prominent there, what Prahlad Maharaja teaches us, you know. Then actually, Canto 8 and Canto 12 switches. You know, there are 10 topics, but then the chronology is not so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10 topics. You know, actually it goes to Ashraya, 12th. The next topic after Uti is Ashraya. That is 12th canto. And it is also said, before you read 10th canto, you know, some acharyas read 11th, where Uddhava Gita and all these things are discussed. That is next topic. Next topic is Mukti. 11th is Mukti. 11th chapter and 8th topic is Mukti. Mukti, the last canto is Ashraya. Interestingly, you know, 10th is liberation and 8th is given so much prominent. The main topic 8th canto deals with is called Nirodha. Nirodha. Nirodhinchakam, right? Nirod karna. Nirodha. Which means, stopping the calamities from our life. And that is the context of Gajendra Moksha. What Gajendra is actually teaching us, stop the attacks of Maya. We have seen wonderfully, as explained by Her Grace Sucharita Mataji yesterday, how Gajendra starts his prayers. Even before that, how proud person Gajendra was, usually the king of a forest is lion, right? But Gajendra was so powerful king that even lions and tigers were, when he roars and enters the forest, the lions and tigers were also on the side and were in fear. Such fierce personality was Gajendra. In his previous life, he was Indradyumna Maharaj. So, such Gajendra, entering the forest with drinking this lavish water and with friends and family, was a so, proud person, so proud personality, right? So big personality of the forest. But then he could not let go. Though he was Indradyumna Maharaj, he was given this opportunity of kingdom, and then with too much of this and no Krishna consciousness, we forget Krishna. And such thing has happened. He was enjoying with family, not caring for even the beings around. He was being a little arrogant, plucking of the trees out of his power, things like that. And then as the story goes on, he goes into the pond, and this place is explained like one of the most beautiful places in entire creation. Anybody remembers what is the Parvata name? What is the mountain Gajendra Moksha scene is happening in?
Ikuta Mountains.
Yes, Trikuta Mountains, and the description of it is given elaborately in second chapter. It's one of the best places one can imagine, full of fruits, minerals, and the best waters, ponds, lotus flowers, and you name the fruits, all kinds of fruits and parijata trees, and Trikuta means three peaks, right? The mainly three peaks were there. One is with gold, one is with silver, one is with brass. Just imagine the scenery there. And he was a king in these forests. Like that, he entered into the water, and then the crocodile has, caught him. And he thought he would just get out in 5 minutes. 5 minutes has become 15 minutes. Then he was king, very strong personality. Even lions were feeling fearful of him. Such a person, was caught by a crocodile. And then he was trying and trying and trying to come out. It's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 days, 100 days, 1 year, 10 years, and the family and wives and children and friends, they were waiting for many days. Many days they were waiting, for him to come out. But then he was never coming out. Right? So this canto and this lila especially explains us, how to let go all these attachments and stop the calamities coming to us. This is what. And what is the reason you all think that we are not able to cry like Gajendra? Gajendra cried like, we will see those stutis in next 1-2 minutes. He was crying out for help to the Lord. But we are not able to do that. Why? What is the reason? There are many reasons. Rajabihari Prabhu tells. Can you want to open up? And what can be the reason? Why are we not crying for help? Please unmute. Share your thoughts. Yes,
Yes.
Venela Mataji, why are we not crying for help?
We are not able to realize the dangerous position we are in.
Hari Hari Bol, she already answered. Yes, Prabhuji and Mataji. Kritika Mataji, why are we not crying for help?
Ego, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. That's sitting on top, and we think we are the Supreme Lord, though on devotional path. Subbarao Prabhuji, you want to share anything? We are in Maya. Yes, Kritika Mataji. Definitely.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
I
Thank you.
just joined in Prabhu. So sorry, I was on cell phone. Tell me, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Why we are not crying for help like Gajendra?
Why we are not able to try for help like
Why,
Gajendra?
Prabhuji?
Yeah. Because basically, first of all, you have to feel that helplessness, right? When will you feel that helplessness? So when you are totally given up on the materialistic help or the thought that you can depend on materialistic world, that has to get out first, right? So as long as you think you can get support from materialistic world, you're not looking for help from spiritual world.
Yes, Prabhuji. అడగండి అమ్మాయినా పెట్టదంటారు కదా. So we are not asking, we are not able to realize, is what you are saying.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
Maya is so strong that it is giving us so much of overconfidence, so we are not crying for help.
Yes, Mataji. Correctly said. Yes, Vaishnavas, all senior devotees are here. Please speak up. Yes, we speak on as we go through, kindly try to unmute and speak whenever you feel like. Yes, Vrajabihari Prabhu puts it so nicely that the crocodile has also caught us. The crocodile has caught each one of our legs. Only thing is we are not realizing. It tells only thing is we are not realizing. Yes, due to Maya and all the answers you gave and ego. Then all these things are actually the crocodile. They already caught us. The Maya, Mama Maya Duratyaya, Krishna tells. Krishna is such a thief, Chauragra Ganyam, he tells, please come to me, I give you better. Spiritual life is so wonderful, surrender unto me, I'll take care of you, fear not, I'll Swalpamapyasya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat, I'll remove all the bhaya, you just surrender unto me. And he is also like a thief, he gives all these beautiful things to us, and then from behind, he tells Maya Devi, Mama Maya Duratyaya. My Maya is impossible to cross. He gives us the apple from this side, and he also tells Maya, go and check this guy. And he sends actually the crocodiles for us. But like Subbarao Prabhuji told, we fail to realize that crocodile has caught it. If we know the situation that we are caught by crocodile, we will cry. Why we are not crying is, Mama Maya is also Duratyaya, very, very strong. And we need to cross that. As we be with devotees and go along with devotees, we realize and we cry for help. Yes. Enough of my blubbering. Let's get into Srimad Bhagavatam and read it. Okay. We can all read together one after another. I think I'm sharing my screen. Not now, it's okay. Take it later. 8.3. And Gauranga Darshan Prabhu gives a lecture on 8.3.20, and he names the lecture as Nectarian Verse. He teaches the students there. So wonderful. So he calls this as Nectarian Verse. So each verse is a, nectar there. Hope you are able to see my screen. Verse text, translation and purport. Yes. I will start first and then we all know the template. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji and Mataji, you are able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhu, yes, okay.
Yes. The screen is also okay, na? Prabhuji and Mataji.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We are starting with 2021 and we try to go as long as there are only 12 verses and purports are also not so big. So I think we should be able to complete this chapter. Yes. Can I go first and then you all go, please? I'll try to start. Yes. Text 20 and 20. These also have beautiful, beautiful meters, Vaishnavas like Gaurang Darshan Prabhuji has recorded with a beautiful background music, amazing to listen. I started 3 o'clock from the village, and all the way I was hearing to these. It was so wonderful journey in the morning today. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Text 20 and 21. एकान्तिनो यस्य न काञ्चनार्थं वञ्चन्ति ये वै भगवत्प्रपन्नाः अत्यद्भुतं तच्चरितं सुमङ्गलं गायन्त आनन्दसमुद्रमग्नाः तमक्षरं ब्रह्म परं परेशम् अव्यक्तमाध्यात्मिकयोगगम्यम् अतीन्द्रियं सूक्ष्मम् इत्वातिदूरम् अनन्तमाद्यं परिपूर्णम् ईदे. Unalloyed devotees who have no desire other than to serve the Lord, worship Him in full surrender and always hear and chant about His activities, which are most wonderful and auspicious. Thus, they always merge in an ocean of transcendental bliss. Such devotees never ask the Lord for any benediction. I, however, am in danger. Thus, I pray to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is eternally existing, who is invisible, who is the Lord of all great personalities, such as Brahma, and who is available only by transcendental Bhakti Yoga. Being extremely subtle, He is beyond the reach of my senses and transcendental to all external realization. He is unlimited. He is the original cause, and He is completely full in everything. I offer my obeisances unto Him. Hare Krishna. We startingly with, Bhishma Stuti and Kunti Devi Stuti, and then in similar category comes the Gajendra Stuti, right? And our Lilananda Prabhuji presses on the topic so much that the love is in details. And Bhakti is actually in details. And what we see from here, how to pray to the Lord when in need or generally, how to pray to the Lord. These devotees are showing us the way. That we know the features of the Lord, details about the Lord. One girl was in my Shloka Parayanam group like few years ago. I think she moved to US or somewhere now and unable to continue in the group. And she was very strong on me one day. She asked me, Prabhuji, did you read Prabhu or Lilamrita? I said, Amma, but I read, but only starting few chapters, then it is not going on. And she suddenly became strong on me. And I was so happy. And she was telling, Prabhuji, how can we love Prabhupada? If we don't know the details of him, and if we don't know what he did for us, how can we love Prabhupada? That is not possible. Like 16, 17-year-old girl. And she was talking about it for like 10, 15 minutes on phone with me, like 3 years ago. Prabhuji, we must read, it's not optional. We must read the details of Prabhupada, every single item. And she said she has finished entirely Lilamrita at the age of 16. And she said, how can we love Krishna if we don't need details about him? How can we love Chaitanya Mahaprabhu if we don't know details about him? And then I remembered these devotees when the devotee told me. Then I told her, Amma, yes, I'll try my best to read as many lectures of Srila Prabhupada. And as you can see here, it is the details what Gajendra is uttering here. I pray to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is eternally existing, Sanatana, who is invisible, who is the Lord of all great personalities, such as Brahma, and who is available only by transcendental Bhakti. And we read more by purport by Srila Prabhupada. Anybody wants to take purport, please? Kindly volunteer to read the purport.
I can take Prabhuji if nobody
Yes,
is
Amma.
done.
Please go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tender Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadyanavritam anukulyena krishnano shilanam bhaktiruttama. Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.1.11. Can you go a little down, Prabhuji? I can't see the first line.
Yes.
Yeah. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. Unalloyed devotees have nothing to ask from the Supreme Personality of Godhead But Gajendra, the king of the elephants, was circumstantially asking for an immediate benediction because he had no other way to be rescued. Sometimes, when there is no alternative, a pure devotee being fully dependent on the mercy of the Supreme Lord prays for some benediction. But in such a prayer, there is also regret. One who always hears and chants about the transcendental pastimes of the Lord is always situated on a platform on which he has nothing to ask in terms of material benefits, unless one is completely um, unless one is completely pure devotee, one cannot enjoy the transcendental bliss derived from chanting and dancing in the ecstasy of the Sankirtana movement. Such ecstasy is not possible for an ordinary devotee. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed us how one can enjoy transcendental bliss simply by chanting, hearing, and dancing in ecstasy. This is Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, the king of the elephants, Gajendra, said, Adhyatmika Yoga Gamyam, indicating that unless one is situated on the transcendental platform, one cannot approach the Supreme Lord. The benediction of being able to approach the Lord can be achieved after many, many births. Yet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has awarded this benediction to everyone, even to the fallen souls who have no heritage of anything in spiritual life. That is actually being seen in the Krishna consciousness movement. Therefore, the path of Bhakti Yoga is the spotless process by which to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhaktyaham ekaya grahya. Only through devotional service one approach the Supreme Lord. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 7.1, मय्यासक्तमनः पार्थ योगं युञ्जन्मदाश्रया असंशय समग्रं मां यथा ज्ञास्यसि तच्छृणु. Now hear, O son of Pritha, Arjuna, how by practicing yoga in full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can know me in full, free from doubt, simply by being attached to Krishna consciousness and by thinking of the lotus feet of Krishna constantly, one can fully understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead without a doubt. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada put so much information in this purport, right? Mataji, you want to share any realizations from the purport and translation? Deepa Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. So basically, most important thing that it is actually giving the definition of bhakti, that how bhakti is actually like anyabhilashita shunyam, like where you do not ask for any material benediction or any desire for anything, neither no material benefits or um, uh, no other like siddhis or anything that we aspire for in the other parts. But here, why did this come in context? What is Prabhupada trying to tell from here is basically that here the helpless cries of Gajendra is obviously for protection, while Bhakti is about not asking for anything. But Prabhupada, that's why he's expanding upon that, that sometimes even devotees, when they feel really helpless, and there are certain times that they can ask for benediction. Such devotees never ask the Lord for any benediction. However, I am in danger. Thus, I pray to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who's invisible, who's the Lord of all great personalities. What is he saying? So, being extremely subtle, he's beyond the reach of my senses. He's completely full. Okay, he's basically offering the prayers, but he's asking for help. He's asking for help. While actually, what we have learned so far is that in bhakti, you only ask for bhakti. Bhakti and more bhakti, and mama janmani janmanishware bhavatat bhakti rahetu kitvai. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said. But that's why Prabhupada is actually expanding on that particular part in this particular purpose, that sometimes devotees do ask for certain benedictions when they are really helpless. And that is what he is expanding upon.
Amazing, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody else see any points that you want to bring up? There are many wonderful points here. And yes, it goes down to a point, this Kama Isha, Krodha Isha, Rajoguna samudbhava mahashano mahapapma, vidyenam iha vairinam. So it always comes to a point, we get our senses under our control, and and it is also tells in this purport that it is not possible to properly execute devotional service without being a pure devotee. Yes, we may all feel that it is a long path, but nevertheless we should probably never give up the idea of one day becoming a pure devotee. My Gurudev compares this journey with a plane going with 800 km/h speed, and in order to go 800 kilometers per speed, in order to be there, it must maintain that speed, right? If the speed has come to 150, can it float with that one? No, it's 100% coming down. And he compares in his book, Guru and Disciple, and he tells it is mandatory to maintain that speed. And for us, the sadhakas in the middle stages or lower stages like me, that speed of 800 kilometers is the association of devotees. And you take out that 800 kilometer speed, which is the devotee association. Is it possible for the plane to be there with 50 km/h speed? It is 100% it is going down. And he writes in this book, Guru Disciple, and we are 100% going down to have no question about it. Like our Lilananda Prabhuji puts, don't come to satsang for 4 weeks and don't have a devotee association and see for yourself. Test it for yourself. It is 100% we are going down. Dear Prabhuji and Mataji. And forget about becoming a pure devotee. And on the contrary, if we want to become a pure devotee, the 100% and sure way is being with devotees. And Prabhupada touches on that point here. It is not possible to become or love Krishna unless one completely becomes a pure devotee. And Prabhupada has a wonderful lecture on this verse, Krishna Anushilanam. We do everything that is Anukula for our bhakti and reject everything that is not Anukula for bhakti. How many of us knew that there is a sentence called going back to Godhead? The elders, they were used to give us, Swarga Praptirastu, Sukha Praptirastu, Manovancha Falisiddharastu. But how many of we knew that, there is something called personality of Godhead and we need to go there? Srila Prabhupada has opened the banana for us. Now made it so simple for us so that we do devotional service. How many of we knew that the word devotional service? Yes, we probably did some seva in the temples. Let me get my charger, please. Achyuta, can you give my laptop charger, please? It's in my bag. How many of knew, the word devotional service? It was not so much in use, but after coming to Srila Prabhupada, contact with the devotees. Yes, Kritika Mataji, you want to share something? How easy has it become? It has become so simple, but the mind is crazy. What to do? So we read Bhagavatam, get ahead. Okay? Yes. Anybody wants to volunteer the next verse, please? If nobody has a point to share on this one, if anybody wants to share something, please go ahead. Or else we go to the next one. Yes, someone kindly volunteer.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Amma, please go ahead.
Prabhu, along with the verse or just
You decide, Mataji. You want to read verse?
anything is fine, Prabhu.
Yeah, my request is to read verse, Mataji.
Sure, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yasya brahmadayo deva veda loka characharaha nama rupa vivedena falgyava kalaya kritaha yatharcha sagnya savatirgavastayo niryanti samyanta sakrit swarochisaha hathayato yam guna sampravaho buddhirmanakhani sarira sargaha Savaina devasura matya tirtan na strina sando na puman na jantuhu nayam guna karmana sanna chasan niseda sesha jeta dasesashaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Siddhanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead creates his minor parts and parcels, the Jiva Tattva, beginning with Lord Brahma, the demigods and expansions of Vedic knowledge, Sama, Rig, Yajur, and Atharva, and including all other living entities, moving and non-moving, with their different names and characteristics. As the sparks of fire or shining rays of the sun emanate from their source and merge into it again and again, the mind and the intelligence, the senses, the gross and subtle material bodies, and the continuous transformations of the different modes of nature all emanate from the Lord and again merge into him. He is neither demigod nor demon, neither human nor bird or beast. He is not a woman, man, or neuter, nor is he an animal. He is not a material quality, a fruitive activity, a manifestation or non-manifestation. He is the last word of the discrimination of not this, not this, and he is unlimited. All glory to the Supreme Personality of God.
Yes, this sentence caught my attention 3 times for now. He is the last word in the discrimination of not this, not this. What is that, Mataji? So, yes, in any discussions and discriminations, he is the final, he is the conclusion, is
He is
what
everything.
about that.
Yeah,
Yes, see the
usually
details. Yes, Mataji.
the Gyanis, they use the neti principle.
Yes,
They try to use the Aroha Pantha where like they are actually saying that, okay, Lord is not this, God is not this, God is not this, and then finally arrive at a conclusion.
yes. And that is him, is what Gajendra is telling here, you know. Yes, if we can see, yes, we know the Lord is Sarva Karana Karanam and everything. But you know, it is also important to know all these details, is what we can see from Gajendra. It's not just we accept the Lord as, you know, the Sarva Karana Karanam, but what is this Sarva Karanam also? Looks like is very beautiful to know. Right? Yes, Mataji, you want to continue a bit more, Vanilla Mataji? It's a small part only.
Sure, Prabhu. Perfect. This is the summary description of Supreme Personality of Godhead's unlimited potency. That Supreme One is acting in different phases by manifesting his parts and parcels, which are all simultaneously differently situated by his different potencies. Parasya Shakti Vividaiva Sruyate. Each and every potency is acting quite naturally. Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriyacha. Therefore, the Lord is unlimited. Nata Shabhyadikascha Drishyate. Nothing is equal to him, nor anything is greater than him. Although he manifests himself in so many ways, personally he has nothing to do. Natasya Karanam Karanam Cha Vidyate. For everything is done by his expansions of his unlimited energies.
Hare Krishna. You want to share any point here, Mataji?
Just remembering one sloka from Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
प्रकृति पुरुषस्तो हि भुंक्ते पुत्र प्रकृति जानगुण कारणम गुण संगस्य सदसर योनि जन्मस like sorry not I thought I confused.
No problem, Mataji. What does it mean, Mataji?
Prabhu, sorry.
What does it mean? What does the shloka say?
I think not that sloka, Prabhu. I was thinking of something else and I got confused.
No problem. That happens all the time with all of us.
Like there also Krishna says that I am in everything and everything is in me, but I am not directly.
Yeah, it is compared with in the next verse. I think it is also compared with the lotus in the mud, right? Though
Yes,
it is
Brahmani.
there and the water on the top of lotus, it is,
Yes.
though it is there, it is not touched with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Sorry,
It's
Prabhu.
also in the top of my mind, but it doesn't come now. I'm 100%. Yes, Mataji, you know, everything emanates from him. And, yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, who wants to take text 25, please? Prabhuji and Matajis, please read text 25 if you want to. Aginjan Prabhu, Shri Gopal Prabhuji, Ritika Mataji, Sunita Mataji. If it's possible, please read. Then I will read. Okay. जिजीविषेणाहमिह किम् अन्तर्बहिश्चावृतिये भयोन्य इच्छामि कालेन न यस्य विप्लवास् तस्यात्मलोकावरणस्य मोक्षम्. Translation: I do not wish to live anymore after I am released from the attack of the crocodile. What is the use of an elephant's body covered externally and internally by ignorance? I simply desire eternal liberation from the covering of ignorance. The covering is not destroyed by the influence of time, but by His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this material world, every living entity is covered by the darkness of ignorance. Therefore, the Vedas enjoin that one should approach the Supreme Lord through the spiritual master, who is described and offered prayers in the Gautamiya Tantra as follows. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Dhyananjanashalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, who with the torchlight of knowledge has opened my eyes, which were blinded by the darkness of ignorance. Although one may struggle for existence in this material world, to live forever is impossible. One must understand, however, that this struggle for existence is due to ignorance. For otherwise, every living being is an eternal part of the Supreme Lord. There is no need to live as an elephant or man, American or Indian. One should desire only to achieve liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Because of ignorance, we consider every life offered by nature to be happy and pleasing. But in the degraded life within this material world, from the life of Lord Brahma down to that of an ant, no one can actually be happy. We are making so many plans to live happy, but there cannot be any happiness in this material world. However, we may try to make a permanent settlement in this life or that. Hare Krishna. Amazing. One more verse, Gajendra is making a very important point here. We also, pray to the Lord, my Lord, give me visa. We go to Visa Balaji in Chilkur. We do 108 pradakshinas. My Lord, give me visa. Then he gives us visa and we go and earn lakhs of dollars, but we forget him. But then Gajendra is praying here, my Lord, I don't want anything else after this crocodile will leave me, Yes, and another amazing example of a devotee who is also asking the Lord even nothing, One such a devotee is Ambarish Maharaj, when cursed by who? Who, Mataji? Durvasa Muni, is it? Durvasa Muni, I think. The situation comes where he releases his fasts or nothing, and Durvasa becomes so angry, and he even creates a demon who goes behind, who chases Ambarish Maharaj, And in this case, he prays to the Lord, but he doesn't even seek protection. Though Lord protects his devotees, but he doesn't even ask for this. So these devotees are showing us various ways, of praying to the Lord. But then the same Lord also suggests us in 7th chapter, Chaturvida bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita arti ardhartir jignasu jnanicha bharatarshaba. Arti, those who are distressed, ardharti, those who wants money, those who are inquisitive, and jnani, 4 kinds of pious men, he tells. It's not that we pray to the Lord for artha, which is money, and we are then not pious. It's not like that. It's okay to pray for money, then pray for money. Then once money comes, what we need to do also, Prabhupada tells us, that's a different story. But then in next chapter, he tells, out of these 4, Gnani is the best, he tells in the next verse. Then all these devotees are showing us the ways how to pray. We can pray when we need protection also, which comes under Arti, right? Then the Gajendra is under distress now and he is praying to the Lord to protect him. And we can remember. Whenever something happens, we go and pray to the Lord. And the Lord is the Lord actually approachable directly? No. The Lord is on the other side of the river. We are in this side of the river. It is never the case we cross the river by our own And that's where Guru comes into picture. He is the bridge who can take us to Krishna. He is the bridge. And without him, it is said, by one senior, very senior Vaishnavi Mataji in ISKCON, she said, it is very important to get Diksha under Guru. So I pray many of us already got, and some of us are on the process. When he comes, it's a different story. Whatever nonsense we do on back of our mind, Guru is sitting and invoking Paramatma to correct this soul like that. Yes. The next verse, please take the 26th, one of you. Anyone? Deepa Mataji? You want to
I
take?
can do, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Text 26. Soham Vishwasrajam Vishwam Avishwam Vishwavedasam Vishwatmanam Ajam Brahma Pranatosmi Param Padam. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Now, fully desiring release from material life, I offer my respectful obeisances unto that Supreme Person who is the creator of the universe, who is himself the form of the universe, and who is nonetheless transcendental to this cosmic manifestation. He is the supreme knower of everything in this world, the supersoul of the universe. He is the unborn, supremely situated Lord. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Purport. Sometimes when bhakti yoga, Krishna consciousness is preached to the common man, people argue, where is Krishna? Where is God? Can you show him to us? In this verse, the answer is given that if we are sufficiently intelligent, we must know that there is someone who has created the entire cosmic manifestation, who has supplied and has become the ingredients for this cosmic manifestation, who is eternally existing, but who is not within the cosmic manifestation. Simply on the basis of this suggestion, one can offer respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord. This is the beginning of devotional life. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mata, you want to share something?
No,
Very
Prabhuji, you can speak, no problem.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. One wonderful lesson is given to all of us who wants to preach a little bit here and there. The instruction is given here. And our Radhesham Prabhuji is a wonderful example of, how to take these things. The normal people, it is not that, are we 100% sure that there are no more Subbarao Prabhujis, Mahesh Prabhujis, Deepa Matajis, Lohish Prabhujis in other apartments? They are there. And through Gajendra, we can take that lesson from here. What is missing? Why the Mahesh Prabhuji from Uppa Melody is not coming out? Why Mahesh Prabhuji from Green Grace has been found out? What was the reason? We found all these devotees. Because somebody went there and did the work. Because somebody went there and preached. Right? And how many Mahesh Prabhujis would be there in entire Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and entire India? So my Gurudev tells, it is your responsibility, you fools. His Holiness Kadamba Kanana Swami Maharaj. And when I was sitting at his lotus feet, and I had the best of the fortunes, he gave me 1 hour time just before he was bedridden. He was telling why a person from a city called Sin City, Amsterdam, has to come to Vrindavana and teach you fools Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. It is your culture, Re Baba. It is your culture, it is your thing. Hence, it is your responsibility to carry on your shoulders and take it to people and give it to actually entire world. But you yourself are degrading so much. And he said, it is each one of our responsibilities. We have all got this nectar because of one person called Lilananda Prabhuji and Anuradha Mataji. And it is our duty to pay them back and go to an apartment or somewhere and find out where is this next Mahesh Prabhu, where is this next Satya Prabhuji, where is this next Santosh Prabhuji, and all the Vaishnavas in the group. And so we have a duty. There are Mahesh Prabhujis everywhere. And we carry a duty to Prabhupada. It's not optional. It's not about our qualification. I think we all carry this responsibility, mandatory duty. I would put it that way, to take it to more people. And so yeah, they have this question, each one of them. I hope you all agree with me. Where is Krishna? Where is God? Show him to me. And Radhesham Prabhu, when he shows this manifestation, entire manifestation on the how small is the earth, and he goes to big galaxy, and out of this cosmic manifestation, and he shows how small is earth and this thing, and then he goes to the micro level, milli level, and all these things. He goes into the eye, and how are 2 lakh wires working in this eye. Do you think there is no operator behind this creation? Do you think there is no engineer who made it? Then people actually start to think. It makes sense. Why they are not thinking now is because nobody is there to show them. Why we were not devotees like 10 years ago, 15 years ago? Because there was no Vaishnava in our life. And probably we can be that Vaishnava and take this presentation to villages, people in our apartments, and then find out next Mahesh Prabhu. And I think that is the way Srila Prabhupada wanted this world to change in the right direction. And we are doing a good job, but we can do better. There is no limit, as Suma Mataji from our Gachibowli Satsang puts it. Prabhuji, there is no limit. And I was asking her, Mataji, how do you follow, like last time Ratha Yatra? At that time, it was midnight, 1 o'clock or 12 a.m. We were working on a billboard thing with Kant Prabhuji and these things. And she was texting at 1 a.m. And then I was asking, Mataji, don't you get tired? You are doing these boards, Hare Krishna Mahamantra boards and all these things. Mataji, where do you get energy from? And she was telling Prabhuji, there is no limit to seva. There is no limit. You just find it out. And a fool like me always complain, I don't get big seva in temple. I don't get this seva, I don't get that seva. But actually there is unlimited seva. It is up to us to find it out and, take it forward. The mission of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Yes, if nobody has any more points, we go to the next verse. Yes, Prabhuji, Mataji. Lavish Prabhuji. Padhiye na. Santosh Prabhuji, if you are in a position to read, please take up. Sunita Mataji. And all the Matajis and Prabhujis. Preeti Mataji. Akinchan Prabhu. Anyone?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I will read.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Yeah. Translation I will read, Prabhu. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme, the Super Soul, the Master of all mystic yoga, who is seen in the core of the heart by perfect mystics. When they are completely purified and freed from the reactions of the fruitive activity by practicing Bhakti Yoga. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The king of elephants, Gajendra, simply accepted that there must be someone who has created this cosmic manifestation and has supplied its ingredients. This should be admitted by everyone, even the most determined atheist. Why then do the non-devotees and atheists not admit this? The reason is that they are polluted by the reactions of their fruitive activities. One must be freed from all the dirt accumulated within the heart due to fruitive activities performed one after another. One must wash off this dirt by practicing Bhakti Yoga. Yoga Randhita Karmanaha. As long as one is covered by material nature's modes of ignorance and passion, there is no possibility of understanding the Supreme Lord. Tada rajas tamo bhava kama lobha deschai. When one is freed from the mode of ignorance and passion, one becomes free from the lowest qualities, kama and lobha, lust and greed. Continue, Prabhu. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Nowadays, there are so many yoga schools to encourage people in developing their lusty desires and greed through the practice of yoga. People are therefore very much fond of so-called yoga practice. The actual practice of yoga, however, is described here as authoritatively stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam 12.13.1. Dhaya vanasthitah tad katena manasa pashyanti yam yoginah. A yogi is one who always meditates on the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is also confirmed in Brahma Samhita 5.38. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santa sadeva hridayeshu vilokayanti yamushama sundaram achintya guna swarupam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Shyamasundara, Krishna himself, with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, who the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts with the eyes of devotion tinged with the salve of love. The Bhakti yogi constantly sees Shyamasundara, beautiful Lord Krishna, with his blackish bodily hue. Because the king of elephants, Gajendra, though himself an ordinary animal, he thought himself unfit to see the Lord in his humility. He thought that he could not practice yoga. In other words, how can those who are like animals in the bodily concept of life and who have no purity of consciousness practice yoga? In the present day, people who have no control over their senses, who have no understanding of philosophy, and who do not follow religious principles or rules and regulations are nonetheless pretending to be yogis. This is the greatest anomaly in the practice of mystic yoga. Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna. Prabhu, you want to share any points? Prabhupada also touches many points here.
So we are listening today your wonderful realizations.
No, Prabhuji. No. Can you read one more time the last line?
Please
Last,
share, Prabhu. Yeah.
last two lines, Prabhuji. In the present day, people who have no control over their senses, who have no understanding of philosophy, and who do not follow religious principles or rules and regulations are nonetheless pretending to be yogis. This is the greatest anomaly in the practice of yoga. Can you see, Prabhuji, my cheek here? It has become so red here and here. Prabhupada gave a slap here and here. Hare Krishna. Nevertheless, Prabhujis and Matajis, Bhakti, the reading, and we're doing Archana, doing Sankirtan, and reading Bhagavatam, association with devotees is wonderful. Nobody can deny that, ABCD. But as Narahari Prabhu puts it so nicely, it is action points. Bhakti is we voluntarily doing something more, and I visited His Grace Narahari Prabhu recently, and it's the Pushpabhishek festival tomorrow, and then he is taken charge of ISKCON Karimnagar temple. Karimnagar is a big district in Telangana, northern part of Telangana, where Medpalli falls under. And government has given big land there by the Maneru Dam there, near the deer. And they are building a big temple, a wonderful Bhavya Mandir is coming for ISKCON in Karimnagar. And the Prabhuji is also in charge of that one. Then he has a hell lot of work here to do with all these things. Then he just arrived from Karimnagar. It looks like they didn't sleep for days, 1-2 days. Then I, with my arrogance, asked him, Prabhuji, don't you get tired like this? And he rarely shares these things, but I don't know if I can put it, but taking permission from him and Gurudev, I just put it here. He tells, that's my purification. If you want to do bhakti, what is your purification? Is it about the enjoyment that you do while you do kirtan? Is it about the dancing and feeling ecstatic while festivals? It tells no. The bhakti, why we feel the dryness, is we are missing these action points for austerity. Are we waking up in the morning? And I was into Bhakti Raghav Swami lectures recently, and he speaks almost like Prabhupada. Yes, I see you guys going to bhava while do kirtan. You close your eyes and as if you are like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you do it. But are you also going to the same bhava while you do Mangalarati? Are you at all doing Mangalarati every day? And if you are not feeling bhava while Mangalarati and not taking time to wake up in the morning and do your rounds and read, and you are going into the bhava while just when 100 people are seeing you in kirtan, then he says that's not Krishna consciousness. He says that's not bhakti. So we can see what are our purification points, Prabhuji and Mataji, you know. And if I'm telling this to myself as a first thing, you know, but what is our action points to please Prabhupada, Lilananda Prabhuji and Krishna? What are our action points? Where is our purification? Where is our austerity? This is a question to each one of us. With the extreme flow of Maya, it gets tough. We forget to perform extra duties. And at times it gets tough just to do our 16 rounds and, you know, do a little daily reading with any group that we are part of. Then the purification is not there. It's about going the extra mile. Like a person who wants to build the biceps in gym. He cannot build the biceps if he is doing the same thing every day. He needs to go some extra things, right? So same thing with bhakti muscle, that if we want to increase, you know, we need to go this extra point. Then it's a question to each one of us. What is that extra point that we are doing? You know, then we cannot complain that there is dryness in our bhakti. It's going to be dry if we don't take these action points. And this purport mainly talks about that. It is not possible, 100% not possible, unless we get our heart cleaned, you know. And these Vaishnavas, His Grace Balagovinda Prabhuji puts it this way, you know, the most fortunate person on this planet right now is an ISKCON devotee. Is an ISKCON devotee, you know. The clearest path to Krishna is put in front of ISKCON devotee. And we read this quote every year by Srila Prabhupada. And this fortune is given to you. You take it, that is your fortune. And you don't take it, that is your biggest misfortune. So it's in our hands. You know, little by little, just stay with the devotees. And these Vaishnavas who are sent to us by Krishna, His Grace Lilananda Prabhuji, His Grace Balgovinda Prabhuji, His Grace Narahari Prabhuji, no ordinary, dear Prabhujis and Matajis, no ordinary. It's a biggest gift of many hundreds of lifetimes, probably. The biggest gift that we have got, you know. Yeah, unfortunately, the familiarity brings contempt, and we forget to see sadhu as we become friends with them and go close to them. But they are, in my opinion, no ordinary devotees. These devotees should be cherished, glorified, and within heart, not externally. It's bhakti is more about internally. We can cherish what they are doing and just help them. And what Brahmarama Mataji has got as an instruction from her Gurudev is, you know, support Lilananda Prabhu in what he is doing. That's instruction from direct Guru. So we start to see these Vaishnavas and, you know, and make our lives better. They are no ordinary. They are specially sent by Krishna. There cannot be bigger gift than this to us. You know, yes, this purport is mainly dealing with that, you know, get purified. And how we get purified? Only with help of these Vaishnavas, you know. And Gajendra was independent. You know, Gajendra was so strong, could do nothing. He could do nothing. And when he gave up his independence and surrendered on Krishna, then things happened. The happiness happened, you know. Yeah. Yes, we need to make our, you know, eyes Premanjana Churita with Krishna Bhakti. And what is that Krishna Bhakti? Is this Balagovinda Prabhuji, Lilananda Prabhuji. They are the Krishna Bhakti for us. You know, we just perform seva to them, and that is performing seva to Krishna. You know, these wonderful Vaishnavas, Mahesh Prabhuji and Pavan Prabhuji, they all say, Prabhuji, my duty is to please Lilananda Prabhuji. Then he takes care of me, you know, recommending to Prabhupada and Krishna. And fools like me fail to serve in proper way. Nevertheless, there is hope that I also get to serve Prabhuji and Mataji better in a better way, you know. Yes, this is not needed. We can be careful of this, you know. At least let's not pretend what we are not, you know. Be genuine. Then His Holiness Keshava Swami Maharaj puts it, you know. Prabhuji, don't shout too much in the lectures because your character is speaking louder. Character speaks louder. And or else people like me has to shout like this and it doesn't reaches the heart. When the heart is cleansed, it touches people. When Radhesham Prabhu speaks, it touches people because the heart is so pure. When Narhare Prabhu speaks for 3 hours on 31st night, nobody even moves because it reaches the heart, it penetrates the heart because his heart is so clean. And he is serving Radharani like so much. When the heart is clean, it reaches people. We don't need to put much effort. The message goes and people's lives change. So that purification is required. And there is also no need to, feel so low. There is hope. There are Vaishnavas who wants to help us. And we want to take that help or not is in our hands. Hare Krishna. Can one of you kindly take 28, please?
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes,
Hare
Amma,
Krishna.
please go. Hare Krishna, Kamya Mata Idanottam. Please go ahead, Amma.
Yeah. Namo namastubhyam asasya vega shaktitrayaya kiladhi gunaya प्रपन्नपालाय दुरन्तशक्तये कदिन्द्रियाणाम् अनवाप्य वर्तमने. Translation by Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My Lord, you are the controller of formidable strength in three kings of energy. You appear as the reservoir of all sense pleasure and the protector of the surrendered souls. You possess unlimited energy, but you are unapproachable by those who are unable to control their senses. I offer my respectable obeisances unto you again and again. Purport. Attachment, greed, and lust are three formidable forces that prevent one from concentrating upon the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These forces act because the Supreme Lord does not like to be realized by non devotees and atheists. However, when one surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Lord, these impediments are withdrawn and one can realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, the Lord is the protector of the surrendered soul. One cannot become a devotee until one surrenders unto the Lord's lotus feet. Then the Lord gives one the intelligence from within by which one can return home back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Yes, Mataji. Lord protects unlimited energy and has full capacity of protect us. Why should we go to something else? And I respect my obeisances unto you again and again. Baram bara prana hai. Krishna ji ka naam hai. Gokula ji ka dham hai. ऐसा श्री घनश्याम को मेरे बारंबार प्रणाम है. Yes, beautiful. Yes, Prabhuji and Mataji, text 29. Anyone, please?
I can do, Prabhuji, if nobody's doing.
Yes, Amma, please.
Nayam veda swam atmanam yashakyaham dhiyahatam tam duratyayamahatmyam bhagavantam itosmyaham. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whose illusory energy the Jiva, who is part and parcel of God, forgets his real identity because of the bodily concept of life. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose glories are difficult to understand. Purport. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, every living entity, regardless of whether he be human, demigod, animal, bird, bee, or whatever, is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord and the living entity are intimately related like father and son. Unfortunately, because of material contact, the living entity forgets this and wants to enjoy the material world independently, according to his own plan. This illusion, Maya, is very difficult to surmount. Maya covers the living entity because of the willingness to forget the Supreme Personality of Godhead and make his own plan to enjoy the material world. As long as this contamination continues, the conditioned soul will be unable to understand his real identity and will perpetually continue under illusion like afterlife. Ato griha kshetra sutapta vittair janasya mohoyam aham mameti. Bhagavatam 5.5.8. As long as the living entity is not enlightened so that he may understand his real position, he'll be attracted to materialistic life, to house, country, or field, to society, sons, family, community, bank balance, and so on. Covered by all this, he will continue to think, I am this body, and everything related to this body is mine. This materialistic conception of life is extremely difficult to surmount. But one who surrenders to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as did Gajendra, the king of the elephants, comes to enlightenment on the Brahman platform.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Prabhuji and Mataji, the matter is actually very, very urgent, which we fail to realize. The crocodile has already caught us so strong. Today, Sunday, right? Today, we plan to do our get together for our 10th class batchmates. After 23 years, we were able to meet today. Everything was planned. You know, they added me in the planning team. And it's nice celebrations. Everything was planned. And one boy was especially, you know, enthusiastic. అరే మామ డబ్బులు తక్కువ పడితే నేను ఇస్తా 10,000 15,000 కొట్టమంటే నన్ను అడుగు అండ్ he was very enthusiastic about meeting everyone, so happy. And it was very tough to get the girls numbers, you know. And then we made big arrangement to reach out to all people. Some people are in Canada, some people are in US, like this. And just 3 days ago, the most enthusiastic boy called Tirupati Reddy passed away. He died. They just took him to the hospital. Young man, 38 years. Then with a heart attack, he was gone. So just imagine Prabhuji's and Mataji's. We can just go like that. And whoever know Her Grace, Anuradha Mataji in Zenith congregation, Deepa Mataji's congregation, we could never see her sick. She came to Ayatras like Pandharpur and all, always smiling and chivalrous. And when Sanjeev Prabhuji has called me and told Mataji has passed away, what Prabhuji, what are you talking? Yeah, so the matter is really urgent, which we are failing to realize. We never know when Krishna will come for us. And then we make sure we are in the right consciousness. Be with devotees. Yena kena prakarena, my Gurudev tells. It's impossible almost to perform bhakti yoga in these conditions. But then yena kena prakarena, whatever it takes. You know, whatever anukulena, Mataji read some time ago. Whatever is anukula, we do it. Whatever not anukula, we try to reject it as much as we can. You know, that is the way forward. Time is really running out, and the matter is really urgent. So that is what it is being spoken here, bodily conception. And that's really, really tough. I think there is some more, Mataji. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma verse. You want to finish with reading that? Sorry, we are running out of time. We will go a little faster from here. I can read, Mataji. Did we take this one also? Maybe not. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochati Nakangshati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Manbhaktim Lavate Param. One who is transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed toward all living entities. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Bhagavad Gita 18:54. Since a devotee is completely on the Brahman platform, he is not jealous of any other living entity. You know, lesson for us here. Yes. Anyone can take 30, please. We came back to Shukadeva Goswami.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'll try.
Hare Krishna, please go ahead.
Shri Sukha Uvacha Evam Gajendram Upavarnita Nirvishesham Brahmadayo Vividhalinga Vibhadhimanaha Naiti Yadopashar Pur Nikhilatmavad Tatrakhilam Mayo Harir Avirashit. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, when the kings of the elephants was describing the supreme authority without mentioning any particular person, he did not invoke the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indra, and Chandra, Thus, none of them approached him. However, because Lord Hari is the super soul, Purushottama, the personality of Godhead, he appeared before Gajendra.
Very interesting verse and purport, Mataji. Very nice. We can just hear. No, I don't need to speak on this. Mataji, please go ahead. Very interesting purport.
Shri Prabhupada ki jai. From
Yeah.
the description of Gajendra, he apparently was aiming at the supreme authority, although he did not know who the supreme authority is. He conjectured, there is a supreme authority who is above everything. Under the circumstances, the Lord's various expansions, such as Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Chandra, and Indra, all thought Gajendra is not asking our help. He is asking the help of a supreme who is above all of us. As Gajendra has described, the Supreme Lord has various parts and parcels, including the demigods, human beings, and animals. Sorry, Prabhuji.
No problem.
All covered by separate forms. Although the demigods are in charge of maintaining different aspects of the universe, Gajendra thought that they were unable to rescue him. Harim vina naiva mrityum taranti. No one can rescue anyone from dangers of birth and death, old age, and disease. It is only the Supreme Personality of Godhead who can rescue one from dangers of material existence. Therefore, an intelligent person, to get free from his dangerous existence, approaches the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not any demigod. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 7.20, Kamaistaistairhrida jnanaha prapadyante nya devataha. Those who are unintelligent approach the various demigods for temporary material benefits. Actually, however, these demigods cannot rescue the living entity from the dangers of material existence. Like other living entities, the demigods are merely external parts of Supreme Personality of Godhead's transcendental body. As stated in Vedic mantras, Sa Atma Anangani Anya Devataha. Within the body is the Atma, the soul, whereas the various parts of the body, like the hands and legs, are external. Similarly, the Atma of the entire cosmic manifestation is Narayana, Lord Vishnu, and all the demigods, human beings, and other living entities are parts of his body. It may also be concluded that since a tree lives on the strength of its roots, and when the root is nourished with water, all parts of the trees are nourished. One should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the original root of everything. Although the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very difficult to approach, he is very near to us because he lives within our hearts. As soon as Lord understands that one is seeking his favor by fully surrendering naturally, he immediately takes action. Therefore, although the demigods did not come to the aid of Gajendra, the Supreme Personality of God immediately appeared before him because of his fervent prayers. This does not mean that the demigods were angry with Gajendra, for actually, when Lord Vishnu is worshipped, all the other demigods are also worshipped. Yasmin tushte jagat tushtam. If the Supreme Personality of Godhead is satisfied, everyone is satisfied. Yathatarur moola nischanena tripyanti tatskanda bhujopakshaha prana haraj cha yatendriyanam tathaiva sarva haranam achyutejya. As pouring water on the root of the tree energizes the trunk, branches, twigs, and everything else, and as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and limbs of the body, so simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfies the demigod, who are the parts of the Supreme Personality. Bhagavatam 4.31.14. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipped, all the demigods are satisfied. Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Mataji, you want to say anything?
No, Prabhuji. I think it is very clear that we have to just focus on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and everything else will fall in place.
Yes, Mataji. And also interestingly, Gajendra was not using the words like Krishna or Vishnu.
Yes.
are telling Bhagavan like this, generic words only. And
Yes.
then nobody else responded, including Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva, which confirms the authority, when he mentioned Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is so clear to everyone, including all the devatas like Shiva and Brahma, that he is calling for Vishnu, and only Vishnu responded. And that confirms there. Yes, anyone 31, please? Thank you, Mataji. 31, anyone? Then I take it. Tam tadvadartam upalabhya jagannivasah stotram nishamya divijaihi sasam stuvabdihi chandomayega mena garudena samuhyamanash Chakra Yudobhya Gamadashu Yato Gajendra. After understanding the awkward condition of Gajendra, who had offered his prayers, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari, who lives everywhere, appeared with the demigods, who were offering prayers to him, carrying his disc and other weapons. He appeared there on the back of his carrier, Garuda, with great speed, according to his desire. Thus he appeared before Gajendra. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura specifically hints that since Gajendra was in such a difficult position and was praying for the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the demigods who could have immediately gone to his rescue hesitated to go there since they considered Gajendra's prayer to be directed towards the Lord. They felt offended, and this in itself was an offensive. Consequently, when the Lord went there, they also went and offered prayers to the Lord so that their offense might be excused. Hare Krishna. Yeah, tough position for demigods, no? Go one problem, don't go one problem. Tough situation for devatas, right there. And also, I heard in the lecture while preparing for this, what Lord has 4 hands, right? In 4 hands, what he has? Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and 4th hand?
Padma.
Padma. Actually, this hand was used to be blessing like this, like Radharani blesses in, like this. It is said it used to be a blessing hand. But then after Gajendra gave this Tamara, the lotus, then it has become Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Please cross check. I heard something like this. I may be wrong. Then it became Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma after Gajendra Leela, is what I remember with my, faded memory. You can check up on that. Yes. The next one, please. I think the things are small, purports are small for next two. Please go ahead. Anyone?
Try, Prabhuji. I'm not
Yes.
very good, but then I'll try.
Yeah, 8:45.
अन्तः सरस्य उरुबलेन गृहीतार्थो दृष्ट्वा गरुत्मति हरिं ख उपत्तचक्रम् उत्क्षिप्य सम्भुजकरं गिरमाह कृच्छा नारायणखिल गुरो भगवन् नमस्ते. Translation: Gajendra had been forcefully captured by the crocodile in the water and was feeling acute pain. But when he saw that Narayana, wielding his disc, was coming in the sky on the back of Garuda, he immediately took a lotus flower in his trunk, and with great difficulty, due to his painful condition, he uttered the following words: "O my Lord, Narayana, Master of the universe, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you." Purport: the king of the elephants was so very eager to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead that when he saw the Lord coming in the sky, with great pain and in feeble voice, he offered respect to the Lord. A devotee does not consider a dangerous position to be dangerous, for in such a dangerous position, he can fervently pray to the Lord in great ecstasy. Thus, a devotee regards danger as an good opportunity. Tatena kampa samikshamanaha. When a devotee is in great danger, he sees that danger to be the great mercy of the Lord, because it is an opportunity to think of the Lord very sincerely and with undiverted attention. Tatenu kampa sunikshamano punjana evatma kritam vipakam. Bhagavatam 10.14.8. He does not accuse the Supreme Personality of Godhead for having let his devotee fall into such a dangerous condition. Rather, he considers the dangerous condition to be due to his past misdeeds and takes it as an opportunity to pray to Lord and offer thanks for having been given and giving such an opportunity. When a devotee lives in this way, his salvation, his going back home, back to Godhead is guaranteed. We can see this to be true from the example of Gajendra, who anxiously prayed to the Lord and thus received an immediate chance to return home back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Text 33, I read the translation. It's getting late. Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in such an aggrieved position, the unborn Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, immediately got down from the back of Garuda by his causeless mercy and pulled the king of the elephants along with the crocodile out of the water. Then, in the presence of all demigods who were looking on, the Lord severed the crocodile's mouth from its body with his disc. In this way, he saved Gajendra, the king of the elephants. Thus, end of the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 8th canto, 3rd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Gajendra Prayers of Surrender.
Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol. And
Hari
one
Bol,
Falashruti.
Hari Bol.
Yeah, one last point I want to make. One wonderful Falashruti is there for reading Gajendra Moksha. You know what it is? When you get the severe dream, bad dream, Pida Kala antam kada. When you get this, this is the remedy for that. You read Gajendra Moksha prayers and the effect of the bad dream is gone. Sometimes it is also said when you get dream at some point, the elders say it may come true, right? In order to get rid of this bad effect of the bad dream, we read Gajendra Moksha, is what I remember. Please cross-check and apply. I do this when I get a bad dream, at least if not complete, some verses I read. That is very useful. And kindly forgive me, I tried to finish on time, but then, in starting, I thought it will be too little, too short. I'll finish it earlier, but then it becomes expanded. So forgive me, Shilpa Mataji. I'll try to be careful next time.
Prabhuji, thank you
And
so much.
shorten it. And,
It's nice in continuity we finished. Thank you,
sorry,
Prabhuji.
Mataji. Yes, if anybody has any question, we can spend 1 or 2 minutes. Those who have tasks, please go ahead and leave the call. But if anybody has any correction, any comment, any question, we can speak for 1 or 2 minutes. But those who are busy, kindly drop the call. Anyone, any comment, question, or ending? Hare Krishna Sunil Prabhuji, Danot Pranam. Shirisha Mataji, Danot Pranam, who joined late. I forgot. Didn't have chance to say Danot Pranam. Yes, anyone has any comment, or we can close down.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna Shirisha Mataji, Danot Pranam. Any comments from Gajendra Moksha? Questions? Yes, then we can. I wish you all a wonderful day and see you all in the evening in the satsang. Can't wait to see that. We say Vanchakalpa Kattaru
Hare
Pircha.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Madhavi Mataji, Danot Pranam. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे Dandavat pranam dear Prabhuji and Mataji. Thank you so much
Hare
at your
Krishna,
note.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, excellent class.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hey,
Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Madhavi pranam.
I'll end the session here, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yes, Mataji, please. Hare Krishna.